So, a collab between me and Paul is Bad at Stuff is now up on his channel. That's linked in the description. You should watch that before watching this video. But this is my perspective on what happened. What went from, oh, this is going to be a perfectly fine day to kill some Centurions to, oh no, this is horrible and everything is wrong with the world. If you don't know Paul, Paul is an interesting kind of gamer. He has a gimmick, he likes to stick with the gimmick, he doesn't do the versatility that many other successful wargamers do. Not that he's not a successful wargamer, wait, he's not a successful wargamer, he's getting to average. And then we'll have to rename his channel Paul is actually okay at stuff. We're calling this Blood Bold because I have the blood as vampire and Paul brings the other part very well. Paul decided to flip the script, and the game expectations went from, I'm gonna kill some Centurions today because I hate Centurions, and I will go over why in this video, to, I am now playing Centurions, as in, for one night only, I'm a Centurion player. This is what it was like from my point of view. So do we want to do cards and twists and figure out the primary mission first?
I suppose we could do that. That makes sense.
Okay.
Find out what we're doing. Let's shuffle these up.
Primary Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth.
That is okay. These objective markers do lift off. The objective markers I put onto the table can be lifted off if you put them on with additive load. I have an explainer in the video linked at the end of this, which goes through how to set up Tabletop Simulator, which is what we use to play the game. Things are coming in. Yes, I also added some extra things over here. So if we have sticky objectives, we can have our faces on the objective.
Ah, nice. There are two very ominous white squares. Don't worry about those. Here we are. On Tabletop Simulator, as you can see, I've got my wonderful Centurions here. And over here we have Christian von Carmian with, I don't know, something over here. Some
Gene Stealer cult. The wondrous Gene Stealer cult.
Some weird not Centurion. Would you like to go through your list and let everyone know what it does?
We recorded a battle report together a few hours before the balance patch came out. Then the rules changed for the Primus. It no longer gave full rerolls to hit, it gave +1 to hit. We didn't have the time nor the inclination to redo the whole battle, and the kind of, ooh, surprise factor would have been gone. That is everything in my army.
Awesome. Well, thank you for letting me know what is in my army that I'm playing today.
What?
Yeah, here, have some Centurions. I'm taking all of this. This is mine now. Good luck.
What? What? Hang on. Let me just read that title again. I tricked Centurion's biggest hater into playing Centurions. Oh, Centurion hater plays Centurions!
Yes. You thought it was plays against Centurions. No. You read that wrong. Good luck, buddy. I hope you enjoy what is essentially half of my current tournament list.
No, they only move 4 inches. They...
Oh, yes, and yeah, it sounds like I've got loads of movement over here. I've got infiltrators, got advance and charge, got scout with this truck. Oh, it sounds really cool. Mm-hmm. Sounds like I'm going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is not what I had in mind.
You're certainly going to have a time.
Why don't I like Centurions? Well, start with the logo. It's crossed arms. The reason that they have the crossed arms logo is because they don't put their arms into the arm slots of the suit, they cross their arms across their chest and then control the arms with joysticks. So is the left arm that's now over towards their right controlling the left arm or the right arm? And Centurion armor is meant to interface with your power armor, which you have to wear to get into the Centurion suit, and so some of the interfacing is done through that, and also you have to scream it to Machine Spirit to make it work. I think you're overcomplicating man gets into suit of armor and interfaces with his Space Marine armor to make it work. Just use normal controls. It's fine. You don't need to potentially fry the brains of a Space Marine to get the Centurion armor to work. So I guess I became one of the first people to play the Shadowmark Talon detachment. There is much debate about this detachment and how it works with Oath of Moment. It is not a Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolf or Death Watch army detachment, but it is also not a Codex Space Marine detachment according to the FAQ on what is a Codex Space Marine detachment. It's assumed it is going to be added to that list at some point, when Games Workshop remembers, but the detachment is strong enough. There's a reactive move in the enemy movement phase, there's fall back and shoot, fall back and charge, advance and charge, and caravan strike is a Phobos model, so the unit he joins is Phobos, so they can advance and charge. There's an up and down return to the shadows type arrangement. It's a pretty good detachment. I don't think it needs +1 to wound, but although it is universally acknowledged that it should be added to the FAQ, it isn't yet, and tournaments like the London Grand Tournament are ruling that it doesn't get the +1 to wound version of Oath of Moment, a version that was added in previous balance patches. I don't think I use the +1 to wound ability, mostly out of habit from playing Deathwatch, who don't get the bonus to wound. And so we started the game as Paul began to say prophetic things about his upcoming game plan.
I'm seeing a lot of L's here. Let me know. L.
Okay.
L.
And then we began the game properly, with me complaining about the Centurions.
So here's the thing. That's why I play Centurions. It's very difficult to overextend with 4 inches of movement.
Yeah, I've noticed the
Just ask my
4
wife.
inches of movement. Like, what's going on there? I see that the World Eaters Terminators move 7 inches. Do you, like, lose the ability to use your kneecaps when you're inside a Centurion suit?
I mean, to be fair, if you do look at the model, I feel like there is not much knee mobility in there.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. There's a lot of, it's just heavy. I think it's just very heavy. It's one of those ones where, it's difficult to really move. Not like you need to. You might as well just stand there and shoot from wherever you want.
You're essentially a servo turret. Okay.
Exactly.
They're so slow. Why are they so slow, Paul?
It's because look, they need to have something downside. Otherwise, they'd be the best, the most perfect unit, which they are the most perfect unit. But they'd be even more perfect than that.
These helmets are kind of stupid with exaggerated extra angry face helmets. The Space Marine Mark 7 helmet is already the angry Space Marine helmet. It was kind of a parody in itself. And now that it's become more mainstream, you thought, oh, well, we need to make a more stupidly angry looking face, and so we get the extra angry Space Marine Centurion. I'll be the attacker. The evil attacking Space Marines come to deal with these Gene Stealer cult who are blowing up the Centurion production factory.
Yeah. Good.
You know there's going to be comments, people saying, wow, I'm so glad that Christian protected the Centurion factory where they produced the Centurion suits and stopped it from being sabotaged. Now there's going to be Centurions in 11th edition. This is the worst.
I have no answer to that, I'll be honest.
I don't think you understand how much I hate this, because if I win, it's obviously because I know Gene Stealer cult so well, but then I've won with Centurions, and if I lose, I lost to Paul is bad at stuff.
Yeah, I think the problem is all we're really going to prove if I win is that clearly you're a much better list builder than I am, and also Gene Stealer cults are cool.
I still don't want you to win, though. I'm still trying to have you not win. I feel that I get a mild moral victory if I beat you. Even if I'm helping you as you go. With being like, this is what this stratagem does. And the design of the Centurions is silly. It was like, okay, what if we had bigger armor than a tactical marine? Like a tactical marine in a bigger suit, closer to a dreadnought, like tactical dreadnought armor. Oh wait, we already have that.
We're playing a little bit loose just for timing and also because who really gives a shit.
Yeah, I find games on Tabletop Simulator naturally take longer than normal.
Yeah.
Which is why 1,000 points is a better idea than 2,000. Otherwise it's like, yeah, I'm going to be here for 5 hours.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this army. Now, I can't charge the Goliath truck through there, unfortunately, because that would be hilarious, but there are some pillars in the way.
I mean, I'll let you if you want.
I mean, if you want to let me, that'd be very funny.
I'm fine with it, yeah. There are also missiles or bolters strapped to the chest where the arms are apparently held. So where is the ammunition for these missiles and bolters? Coming on from reserve is also the fastest they ever move, because you get 6 inches onto the side regardless of your movement.
Oh, yeah. That's why I basically only ever teleport them. You don't need to walk if you teleport. It's why it's a surprise that wizards aren't fat.
Well, they're all scrawny from malnutrition because they just keep staying in their tower. Do you think there's ever like a fight between wizards and princesses needing rescued as to who owns the tower? I'm still thinking of this from the Gene Stealer point of view. I need to stop doing that. Like, no, I'm the enemy of the Gene Stealer cult today.
8 inches. Okay, well, I'll
Double agent. Centurion armor feels like two people were told to come up with new and bigger Space Marine armor. One would go on to make aggressors and the whole heavy intercessor range. The other one came up with Centurions.
Two attacks each on the heavy mining tools.
Yep.
Yep, 3 there.
And these are at minus
2.
2.
So 4 ups. Ooh, I see.
I do enjoy using these to take out Centurion. Okay, I passed them. I feel so disappointed to have passed these armor saves. Okay, I rolled a 5, so he's battle shocked.
Hey, welcome to the Screaming Ravens experience. I fail so many goddamn battle shocks. Like you would not believe.
And the captain, he's rolled a double 1, so he is also battle shocked.
Yep. I feel your pain.
Why did you give me your army?
Apparently I gave you my army and all of the problems that come with it.
Mm-hmm. And now I have the problem that my opponents have of there's too many Gene Stealers on the board. It is unlikely the Centurion survives. Nope, he's dead.
He's dead. Did it. We've done it.
Ah, the world is healing. And so we come to the end of the battle. If you haven't already watched the video of the battle report, you've kind of got some spoilers, the biggest spoiler being who won, so I'll give you a second to pause this and go watch that video. It's linked in the description. Okay, yeah, it's not really much of a spoiler, I won the game.
Giving us a final score of 87 to 58. Well played, sir. Very well played.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It wasn't fun because I was playing Centurions, but it was otherwise very fun.
And either way, I win because I have proved that Centurions are better than Gene Stealer cults, clearly. Obviously not the fact that I've literally never played Gene Stealer cults before, didn't know what I was doing, probably made a ton of mistakes, and frankly, I don't know. I
like to think I won by, first, knowing how the Gene Stealer cult work, and second, forcing Paul to kill his precious Centurions so I could keep the faster and actually valuable units alive, like the characters.
An 87 to 58 defeat. And it started off so well. This is exactly what I do anytime I have an army which is fast but weak. I overextended again. I'm sure that at some point Christian will be able to tell me everything I did wrong and how to properly play Gene Stealer cult.
So why not take this opportunity to explain what I would have done with this army, different to what Paul did. And it's not necessarily about overextending. What would I have done as the Gene Stealer cult? Well, assuming the Space Marine deployment is exactly the same, Lieutenant over here, Intercessors here, Centurions around, the Metamorphs in the truck still scout forward 6 inches, get out 3 inches away, and move forward 6 inches. The Metamorphs are not going to go for the Centurions. They are going to take out the Intercessors. That means 1 fewer fast-moving unit and no sticky objectives. The Metamorphs may not have needed to advance, because remember they can reroll the charge rolls because there is a character with them and this is the Xenocreed Congregation. So we shoot the captain with hand flamers that are in range, charge and kill the Intercessors which are much easier to take out compared to Centurions, and then pile into the captain. If the captain is still alive because they didn't heroically intervene and there's no way we can assign attacks to them, that at least forces Paul to spend a command point to fall back to be able to charge. If the Metamorphs die in the next turn, then the Space Marines are not moving up the table and the Centurions are suddenly forced to be objective holders and action completers. They're not killing units. And if the Metamorphs took some casualties, they may surge into combat. Again, if the Centurions move close enough. Then the Metamorphs can come back with resurgence points, so don't think of it as spending 200 points to kill a 100 point unit. It helps the Gene Stealer cult because we have far more units. As a Gene Stealer cultist, you need to kill the scoring units before you consider tackling the slow damage dealers, like the Centurions. So it's fine to overextend, but only with some units, and at the right time, and with the right target. This truck is going to go on the inside lane, then they can move on to the objective to do cleanse and avoid the Centurions coming out of reserve on turn 1, because of the twist. And you don't need to faff about deciding if the Primus is in the truck with the auto pistol acolytes and can't use the redeploy ability, or out of the truck to redeploy units and the hand flamer acolytes are inside the truck to stop it from exploding before the game starts. I would have the Primus inside and the hand flamer acolytes in deep strike. I think in the game Paul had the Primus inside, but I let him do the redeploy to redeploy 3 units, because that means you get a better feel for the army. All rules are optional when you are playing with friends. Or with the 20 points freed up in the army list after the September 2025 balance patch, keep the hand flame acolytes underground, auto pistol acolytes go on the table with the Primus, and swap the truck for another Ridge Runner. The Ridge Runner on the other flank did as Paul did. Start out in the open, then if you go second, you can scout to safety, or if you go first, scout forward, and then move on to the objective. Don't bother considering doing an action with these right flank pure strains. They should try and take out the lieutenant by advancing and charging. If you advance to wrap around him, then he cannot use his reactive move to get out of there, because he cannot move within 1 inch of your base. And he can only reactive move after you have completed a move. You start them 9 inches away, and with an 8-inch move plus an average advance, you could have gotten around him. How many points did this lieutenant score? Like 15? That is way more than the 2 victory points that the pure strains could have gotten from cleanse. In turn 1, the neophytes string out to be on 2 objectives. This stops any jump pack intercessors jumping down toward just one of them. A 9-inch charge is unlikely. In the game I did roll a 9-inch charge to kill the neophytes, but it means you can control the center and control the rear objective, and you're there to complete actions on either. For sabotage, rather than dropping these handflame acolytes down into this ruin to complete sabotage there, drop them into these bushes on this flank, which is in your opponent's deployment zone, which means you're going to get more victory points from sabotage. And the Centurions are busy with the metamorphs and potentially the pure strains. They're slow, they can't get everywhere. Generally, ignore the Centurions. Hide away from them, and then as they come really close, outscore them. Tie them up in combat. Only 1 unit can fall back and shoot per turn. And as they're not vehicles, they cannot shoot while in combat. Keep your opponent short of command points if possible to stop the up and then down with them. But as the rest of the army arrives, kill them, not the Centurions. Make the Centurions watch. Too slow to be able to help as you cut down their friends. I love being the good guy. If you would like to play your own game on Tabletop Simulator, I have a video explaining how to set it up and play. That is what you should watch next while you have a great day of 40k.